Hello, this is the Muffin Man, and welcome back to the Muffin Man Express. Now, we are going to read a section on the First Great Almost Civil War. Now you may ask, what is the First Almost Civil War? Well, when you read the description of Late Age Ulm, it speaks of a civil war that had happened after the medieval age, just at the end of it, and had caused disaster to Ulm. Well, in my lore for this Let's Play, there was also a first almost civil war in the time before the Middle Ages. That was in between, in between the lords winning back their land from Ermor, in between Ben-Gurion Thornfist finding, the new pretender god for Ulm. So, we're gonna get straight to it, and then we'll have some delightful and fun gameplay to, show around. The First Great Ulmish Civil War originated in the old forest of Ulm, where the council circle lies, out in the courtyard of an ancient keep, said to be crafted by the Allfather himself. 18 black monoliths outline the circle, and only 18 powerful chiefs may lay claim to them. Those within the circle, talk and advise with the king, who will stand in the middle. When the council was called to decide upon a new king, two had stepped forward within relation to the old royal line. Faber and Bergman stood in a circle as the chiefs voted. It tallied dead even, so it turned to the old rite of combat. The council chiefs stood in between the sacred monoliths as they watched. The man of Faber was 7 feet tall and strong as a bull. His family was of old and proud lineage of smiths and warriors, donned in plate and armed with his great sword. Many for sure thought he would win the day. The man of Bergman was a recent and very short-lived line that was distantly related to an old family, established by the right of conquest in a recent quarrel with a minor family. He was 5 feet tall, armed with a longsword and dirk. He, however, to the surprise of everyone, wore only thin linens. The battle started the moment the two were in the circle at midday. Faber swung with fury as Bergman dodged, deflected, and probed. Faber grew tired slowly but surely, and Bergman was ever persistent. For a moment, the fight stopped as the two opponents observed each other. Then, Faber charged with a cry of fury, and Bergman duly responded, albeit silently. He flipped his short sword as he charged, and was scathed in the shoulder by Faber's sword. But as the two passed, Bergman's sword guard caught Faber by the neck and flipped him on his back. Bergman flipped around, then jumped on him, and quickly ended Faber's life as the dagger slid through the seam in his gorget and into his neck. The victor stood, weapons in the air, and spoke. "I stand before you, king, with but an dulled sword and a dirk, donned in linens. Would any stand up to me?" The council chiefs bowed before him, in awe of his martial might. But a crone of noble birth spoke and broke the silence of the bloody coronation. "Great warrior king, your fate is dire, for your opponent smiles in his grave. The green tip of his sword is of evil, and you hath been cursed, save only I, and few in the world, can heal you of this curse. I beg thee, let this old woman take only a moment of your glory to save you from this foul and cowardly fate set upon you by ill deeds of another. Bergman took the crone for a witch, set upon his soul, and had her thrown out, but not killed, for she was of noble birth and a mother. To show his power, he challenged all 18 council chiefs to draw blood with the tip of Faber's blade, to prove their will and pay homage to their new king. That night, amidst the feast, Bergman talked and drank with Faber's blade hung above upon this wall. An hour before the witching, the king had fell of ill health and went to bed. Only a while later, the council chiefs had followed, one by one. By sunbreak, the king and his loyal chiefs were rotted corpses devoid of life and might of Ulm. Thus, Faber's sword became known as Sunderfell, Bane of Ulm. The smiths of the keep casted a brick of lead that encapsulated the sword and quested for 6 years to find a deep and endless chasm to cast it whence it came. It is said that the smiths quested a name of penance for their fallen king. When the crone had spoken, the smiths had seen a flicker of wisdom, for they knew of ways to beat poison into the steel, but in fear of incurring the wrath of the new king upon themselves, they had remained silent. At the end of their quest, they had found in old texts the true nature of the tip of the blade. It was of the underworld, and they named it Bane Metal, for poison surely could not rot a man over a fortnight. The smiths had in the end concluded that if Bergman was only a little wiser, boiled leather and mail would have saved the realm from disaster, for he could have been a great leader indeed. As couriers and birds flew to all the houses of Ulm, the first great civil war ensued for the empty seats of the council, and most of all, kingship. Alright, so there's a little more background about how the first Civil War happened, and we'll read more about how the Thorn Fist come into power later. But for now we are back on the map. Now, last few turns I did not really use my scout to the best advantage, and what I should be using to do is to find out where the other nations are expanding. What I'm most afraid of is Ermor being right on my borders, because basically Ermor, when it takes a piece of land, they kill everybody. Everything dies in that piece of land. So if you have a human army, you can't travel through Ermor because you'll die of starvation. I mean, it's like going through Mordor to like drop the wing into the fucking volcano. It's insane. I mean, it's gonna be hard trying to kill him. I'm definitely gonna have to use magic, a lot of magic, to even touch Ermor. So we are here, and even though fighting against cavalry isn't the greatest of ideas, I mean, I could go down here. Well, I might as well. So, yeah, there's that done, and I'm currently building an army for Bengaron. So, I'll just check that out real quickly. Now, as of recent, plays, I found that having pikemen in front of your shielders makes more sense than just having shielders. I just used to get regular infantry because I thought they would survive better because they just had shields. I'm sort of wrong, because pikemen have a length of 6 on their weapons. Here, I'll show you. I mean, it's pretty cool how it works. And see, their defense skill comes into play with their pike with its length of 6, because there's a pushback ability you can use with a long weapon, and it keeps the enemy from getting close enough to even strike you. So that's really cool. And plus, of course, they're freaking... They have 21 protection if you get them in black plate. But yes, that's that. good God, when are these people going to be done making proclamations? So, we just had another battle, and, well, it went very well, as we can see. Not much happened. Nobody really died. And more lands to expand. Perhaps I'll build a castle down in this region, because we're definitely going to need more castles soon. And I'll go ahead and I'll build up some pikeneers. I'll probably just do a single turn. I think all I can do. Poor crossbowmen. Alright, so get these guys to research. And there we go. I think that's the end of the turn. I gotta move this guy up though. Can he go to? No, he can't. I checked out Pangea a while ago and they're pretty cool. The cool thing about them is that you can get turmoil as Ohm can get drain, and it doesn't affect them badly. If anything, if you get turmoil, you get more free units. Yeah, you get free units from turmoil. That's cool. So I'll see you next turn. Okay. Research and construction is complete. That's good. Another battle. So yeah, nothing much is gonna happen in the beginning. Hordes of peasants have left. What? Oh man. Not cool, man. Not cool. Okay. And as you can see, we have a, this is a Throne of Ascension when you see that little red seat. And Thrones of Ascension, well, they give you powers if you claim them with a prophet or your god. But for now, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in cutting out my border provinces. Oh god. Well, this isn't good. It isn't the worst thing that could happen. Pangea is a bit of a problem for Ulm because their Minotaurs are as powerful, if not more powerful, than the heavy infantry of Ulm because they have trample and berserk. So they don't rout and they trample your units, even if they're in black plate. Maybe pikemen would not get trampled, but everybody else is going to. So they're going to be a tough nut to crack, but I better get my army out soon with Bengaron. I'm not going to have enough time to really get any horsemen or anything. That's going to have to wait till later. Anybody with good skills? No. Alright, so we're going to send little Adolf to construct a castle for us in the south. Isn't the best place to construct a castle, but it'll give us more units nevertheless. It is a good territory to construct a castle though, because we have, look at that resource amount, that's 68, that's 44. So if I built here, see, I don't want to necessarily build it here, I want to build it here, because if I build it here, it'll take resources from here, and then my capital will get less resources. So there's that. So, yep. Alright, so now we can set up our army. The idea of this army really is just to live. It isn't to attack. After this turn, I may just cut out everything until there's a large, until we're fighting with Pangea. So probably you'll miss 5 turns, but it'll be 5 turns of me just expanding. I mean, you already got the introductory. I don't think you really need to see, me just playing the starting point of the game. So, I'll see you in a moment. Hello, I'm back. Some interesting things. To my east, I found that I'm bordering on Scalaria, not Ermor. First I thought it was Ermor, but I was very lucky. And now we get to see a battle of them getting owned by the Independents. And this is gonna be great, guys. Gonna be great. Good to see these Ermor fags dying, man. So yeah, this is a level 3 throne they're attacking, and as you can see, it's pretty damn well defended. I mean, good god. We got Nether Kings. He's basically a pretender god. That's actually what he is. And there's a bunch of magical animals. There's fire. There's death. I mean, I'm pretty sure these guys are screwed. Ouch. Man. And we get to see the style of units that they use, which are Roman! Oh, look at that, and they got a little death skull on their shield. Oh, how cute. They're so cute. So, yep. That's what they're doing. I mean, they're pretty dead. I just want to watch them die. It's quite entertaining. Because Scalaria can rise undead hordes of uncountable numbers. Ouch, dead. It didn't take that long. So the little priest is huddling behind him with those shields. He's like, oh, protect me, oh my god! Oh, look, he's dead now. They didn't do too good a job. And now they're all gonna get stabbed in the back. So that's what is that. That was just some independent battle. What happened here? Magic. What? So, here I was building a castle, and it should be done by now, but what happened was I didn't have a defense on the province, and I didn't know. And a random event happened where the Independents attacked me. So, yeah, I just lost $1,000, space bucks. And we're building a citadel here, and across the fell is bordering them. It's interesting. They weren't there a moment ago. So right now I'm just trying to cut out my territories. In fact, I may just skip this altogether and just go straight to cut up some territories from Scalaria, those thieving bastards. And I'm building an army to fight and hopefully kill Pangea with quickly before they get hordes upon hordes of units. Oh damn, this is their capital. And I know it because there's a church and there's a castle right by. Okay, so the enemy units, the army consists of Satyr Hoplites. Satyr Hoplites are pretty good units when I was playing with them. A huge Great Mother. I don't know what that is. I think that's their god. Commanded by Wanda, the Great Mother, who radiates power. Man, that is going to be a tough fight, but Ulm is up for the challenge. And yes. Okay. Huh. Holy crap, how did they defeat that? I gotta watch this, guys, I'm sorry. It's gonna be a bit uninteresting, but I just want to see how the hell they defeated all these wolves. Look at that! It's freaking dire wolves. Those are dire wolves. Winter is coming. Oh wait, it's already here. Judging by the terrain. How did they, these are just militia! Look at those, look how big those dire wolves are. Oh my gosh, man. Look, all they got is sticks. Well, technically it's a spear, but it looks like a stick to me. They got sticks and twigs and... Look at that! Rarely seen outside of Ulm. Yep. That's right. Ulm is, Ulm's the north. We're the Starks. Even though on the map we're south. Yep, totally. Totally. Yep, so I really... It looks like we're about to lose. How did they win this? Oh, it must be because of the Earls. The Earls saved us. Mind over brawn any day. Good fellow. Alright. So... Ooh, is that... Yeah, I think that's their capital. Man, I am getting lucky. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. People, we have a problem. Oh, wait. This is a wraparound. Oh, thank God. I wasn't. So maybe I am north. Anyways. I'm gonna declare war across the fell so they'll be aggressive towards me, but it isn't gonna be a bad thing because I can just load up on... I can load up on defense. Easy. And when they attack me, I'll just have about 1,000 meat shields to throw at the enemy. So, there's that. My spies in Scalaria will be at their capital soon. Things are good. Things are very good in the land of all. Yeah. Anyways, this is good. We have our first citadel. The castle we're building in the south is, well, a castle. The citadels are just better at defense, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if... Look at that. 356 resources off the bat. And we haven't even captured this province. That is really good. I mean, hell, I can just start producing units right here and just invade with them. So... I'll have this guy search. This guy's been searching across the entire continent for me. And I have him search because he has 1 astral and 1 fire. It's a good balance in 2 earth. So I have him search for magical places where the fairies dwell. And that's that. And I'll have this guy build... basically these are buildings you build to make your castle last longer in a siege. And to give you more defense on the battle map as well. You have more towers and stuff. So I'm doing that. Another thing, it gives you more administration. Now, I'm not sure if administration... Oh, okay. Okay, so you want high administration because it gives you more resources. Got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Alright, so that's that. Hopefully across the fell won't take this province and then I'll have to... Oh my gosh, I have been lazy. Sorry you guys have to see this. Ah, there we go. So there's that. And everything's fine. Everything's fine, but funny story up here. You notice that Ben-Garon has only crossbowmen left. Now, what happened was this province, this province had 20 troglodytes. Yes, just 20 troglodytes. And I watched the battle, and they just trampled all over my troops, even my pikemen. It was horrible. So we could suspect the same, except worse, from Pangea when we try to go for their throat. So. It's gonna be one hell of a war, I'll tell you that. And I'm hoping my elite cavalry will save my ass in this war, really. I mean, I don't even have my Pretender God yet. It's only year 3, and in the late part of year 4, Imprisoned Gods come out. So I won't even have my super uber magical god to come out yet. I mean, I'm gonna try to pull through here, guys. It's gonna be hard. But, yes. So, looks like our time is up. So, it's been good. We're building our Uber army here to hopefully defeat Pangea as quickly and cleanly as possible. I'm gonna have to definitely stave off the factions in the east with little to no troops. And at some point, I'm going to have to consolidate my empire of the territories I haven't captured yet, which are quite a few, numbering almost in the 10s. So that's that. Have a good day. The Muffin Man is out.